In today's video, we're gonna review Juan's mobile detailing setup. He has a 2022 Ford Transit that he actually purchased as a salvage title, and we're gonna go over how he upgraded from a Ford Ranger to what he has now, the tools and products he's purchased, how much it cost, how he has his pressure washer set up, and just everything else that comes with setting up a mobile van. And if you are looking to get started with your detailing business, but you're not sure what services to offer or what to price them, click the link down below and download the 8 services you can offer. It's my guide on just breaking down the services, what entails, how long it should take, the pricing, and all those good details. You can find it down below. Now, the video itself, the first half is just going over the van, and then the second part, I'm gonna sit down with Juan and just ask him more questions. I'll probably miss some questions. Sorry, ask him down below, and maybe he'll be in the comments answering those questions. Let's go ahead and get started.
So this is basically the main operation here. What goes on, just here's the towels. Here's like your glass towels, your all-purpose towels, your wash towels. It's just all towels.
Oh, you keep all your towels up here? Like,
yeah. It's all the towels are up here.
Even like your multi-purpose, all-purpose towels that you
These
keep up
are
here?
multi-purpose here.
How many do you usually carry?
I have more, but it's just that they're like
okay, but you do put them all right here?
And they're all, when I have them all stacked, they look pretty nice.
And it fits?
Nice,
Oh, wow, okay.
They're all
we just put everything in a bag. Like, we don't fold them, we just throw them in the bag. And
that's what I was thinking too, because folding them, like, it gets kind of...
Yeah, it's for the polishing towels and such, we fold those. For the multi-purpose, the dirt, the dogs, the workhorses, we throw them all in a bag and just carry like that.
Yeah, sometimes I do like just these, I just throw them in there like that.
Okay,
But they all
cool.
fit. But yeah, this is the pressure washer. The pressure washer reel.
What pressure washer do you have?
Krenzel, and then the electrical rear, the vacuum, 30 feet vacuum. Didn't go with the 50 feet just because I think that was a little too long. Just for like, we're literally gonna be kind of next to the vehicle. So I didn't think 50 feet was like necessary. The generator, of course, 4,500. You can run like 3 things with this one. You can run like 3 things at once. Like nothing happens.
What do you run there? Like, is that the extractor, the vacuum, and the steamer? You can run all those 3?
No, you have to play with it. So you can't run the pressure washer with anything. If you have 3 things. Yeah. I don't know why, but everything else, like the extractor, you can't run, but you can run like this one together. Everything except you just can't run this one and the other one together. Yeah. Like, it's just too much. The peak is too high. But that's the electrical hose reel, and then this is the solution for the extractor. So I just keep extra water in there, and then this is just like the bucket and like the pump for the
air compressor.
Yeah, the air compressor.
And then, what do we have on the sides here?
Here are the sides of just all the chemicals, all your basic chemicals.
And then you added this diamond plating yourself?
Yeah, so, but it's all chemicals, just things that we use on a regular basis. So, this one too, just a little bit, but like a towel hanger. But I didn't put anything here just so it won't bother the generator.
Oh, the generator?
Yeah, because if you put it all, it's gonna hit the generator. It's not gonna close.
And then coming from your Ranger, how different is it to have like a full van setup?
It's a 9-day difference. Like, setup, like a minute.
Turn
it on, pull it out. That's it.
Yeah, because one of the biggest annoying things is like taking everything down and setting it up and then trying to Tetris everything back together.
Yeah, I saw someone that did that. He would even put on his generator, everything. It was like...
Oh, really? Yeah, it's which in the beginning phase, it's fine. Like, you got to go through it. But yeah, especially like when you're super tired, you're just like, yeet everything back. And you're like, whatever, I'll do this at the house when
and
I
then
get
you got to
there.
go home, and then you got to do
it all again. Yeah, so it's costly for sure, but it's well worth the, like, over time, like, it's well worth the thing.
Yeah, you get started like in no time. So.
How big is your water tank?
50-gallon water tank.
Do you fill it all the way every time? Or do you carry like at 30, 40?
No, I carry like, if I have like, I can do like 6 cars out of it for 50.
Okay, so total cost
like,
for the machine
like
and the back
4,000 to 5,000.
Okay, so yeah, because this is 1,000. The cox reel itself is 500. The vacuum is 300. That puts us at 1,800. Then the Krenzel is another 2,000, so that puts us at 3,800. And then call these hoses and electrical reels.
They're like 100 each.
Okay, so call it, that's 3,200 plus the 200 for the air compressor. So that puts us at roughly 3,500? 3,500, yeah, for the machinery, for the bigger equipment and such. And then the diamond plating, how much was all that?
2,000.
2,000 for all these diamond plates?
That's what it's because it was for that one, and this one. But that was when the metal really expensive.
Okay, gotcha.
It was really expensive. So it would have been half the price.
And then your extractor, how much was that one?
1400.
1400.
It's the mighty.
So for the bigger things, for all the, because that's where the real cost is at, is all the bigger equipment plus the mighty. So you're looking at 35, 45, 49, 5,000. Plus the diamond plating during the hard times, $7,000 for most of the things, and then you have all your little miscellaneous things like your foam cannon, and all the small brushes. But that's minuscule.
Yeah, compared to
the pressure washer itself eats everything. How much was the
water tank? I got it for like $20.
Where at Facebook?
No, yeah, Facebook. The guy was selling it. He's like, I don't want it. It takes up space. $20. It's like, okay, $20.
Yeah.
Those are originally like $400.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. The 50 gallon that we have in the shop, it was like $350. Yeah. So
I just got it for $20.
And that's super easy because you just was it easy to find?
Yeah, just put water tank. Well,
where was there people selling?
It took me a while, probably 2 weeks or so, because I had to find a rectangle one.
Yeah, for
someone was selling there'll be 50 and barrel. Some would be barrel, some would be just longer square. But I had to find a rectangle one just so it can fit the setup. But it wasn't that hard. So here I have my little lights just in case we work in the parking garage or something. We can always have lights, the cones, just so sometimes cars the van has to be on the street and the cars in the driveway. So sometimes we put the cones on it. Even we put those cars that just go zoom by the where the street is, so we put the cones on. They slow down, kind of, I guess. Just the shampoos, what we use for the extraction. This one's for the washing wax, and then those two are just extra. The other one's water for the steamer, and the other one's just solution for the carpeting and upholstery, just in case I run out. And then just, of course, here's just the batteries, drills, different attachments, and then here's the mighty.
How do you do that? Do you bring it down every time?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No. Mm-mm.
Well, how far?
I just had to hook this up every time.
How long is the length?
30.
30 feet, and that gets you to the vehicle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can be anywhere in the vehicle, but the van can't be turned around.
Yeah.
But I can be next to the vehicle, in a T-shape, or if it's like this too.
And it reaches fine?
Mm-hmm. It reaches fine. So, but yeah, I just had to hook it up, connect them, and then it's ready to go. Turn on the heat. But this is a game changer.
Yeah, because
the scientific tire fire, it's really a game changer.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So with that setup, did you have to? Is it bolted at all, or just has a little frame here?
It has a little tray, so it doesn't go anywhere. So
for that full setup, it was plus that. So it's 1400 plus. That was what, 600? Mm-hmm. The Sapphire. So you're looking at 2100 for that setup in itself.
Yeah. Right here we have the steamer. Just if we have to use it. I rarely use it though sometimes, but it comes in a lifesaver. This is just a little bag where it comes with all the little brushes. This is the tools, the air tools, somewhere I talking about. So the Vortex and use this. So this really comes in clutch. This one, you blow out the air, and then going back and back. It's really good. These are just extra towels, brushes, tape, just things that if we do need extra brushes. And then this is just in case if I ever do run out of water, I can always hook it up, and then I can hook up to a spigot.
Oh, just to get water?
If I need it, but I've never used it. And this is just where we keep our snacks and our water. And then right there, I actually have a little bit of stuff in there. It's just coating stuff, and I also have just 2 of the vehicles that I maintenance. The guy gave me the vehicle, and it's just. So I don't have to keep meeting him.
Oh, it's keys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's keys, so I keep them there. And then here on the side, the eagle blower, of course. And then my polishers here on the side, so this is hanging up in here. And then just the compounds and polish here on the sides, so whichever I need.
And then are you using DI water at all?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No. And this is just how I fill up the tank. I grab the hose, put it in there, open the valves, and then it fills up the water.
All right, so this is Juan with Sweets Detailing. He has a 2022 Ford Transit, correct?
Yes.
So kind of break it down. How did you come about acquiring this vehicle?
So when I originally looked at this vehicle, what I did was I looked at all the options of the vans. So there was the Transits, there was the ProMaster, the ProMaster City, and the Ford Connect. Honestly, I just wanted to fit under the parking garage. So the bigger vans, they were just out of the picture. Especially just because where I worked, there's just a lot of apartment complexes. So I had to go with the smaller van. The ProMaster City, it's the little one from Ram, was too small. It was I think it was inches shorter than this one. So I was like, okay, I want at least more, the little inches, maybe it can help me, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I went with the Ford Transit Connect, just so I can fit under parking garages. But that's how I got this one. That's how I decided to get this one, just because, and I was familiar with Ford. I didn't want to get like Ram, something that I was not as familiar with either. So that's why I went with Ford, the Ford Connect. So. And
then you actually got this one as a salvage title.
Yes.
Right.
So when I got it, I didn't buy it from the dealership. I actually bought it from a salvage yard. This one is actually a salvage title, but it was like nothing crazy. It was just actually hit from this corner, and we just put the bumper on it, fixed the door, and I was like good to go, brand new. So it was not like something so serious.
Yeah, and you haven't had any issues since then, right?
Like mechanical, no, because it was in the back. It's not like in front. Like if it was a front, then that'll be like a whole different story. But no, like it runs good and never just oil changes, nothing. But it runs smoothly now. So.
Now, as far as what about all this, like the Cox reel, the vacuum reel, the pressure washer reel, and all that? Was that little by little, or was that all like, hey, you know what, might as well just upgrade everything?
I already had the air hose reel, so but yeah, basically I had to upgrade because if I put the vacuum on top, it wouldn't make sense. Because if I put the pressure washer there, I had to get a reel because I would have to always hook it up.
Yeah.
And it was weird how I would get the angle. So I was like, I had to upgrade it. Like I had to spend it. And like the vacuum, right? The problem I had was with the vacuum is like, if I go with the longer hose with the rigid, I would lose suction.
Yeah.
And it was pretty bad. Like I was like,
you almost couldn't, like, you turn it on, you're like, is it?
Yeah, I was like, is
it
even on, or is there something stuck in it?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's the power. So I was like, okay, I had to upgrade. So I was like, I'm just gonna upgrade everything at once. So I just upgraded, and then I was like, why am I gonna get the hoses? And then like I had to put it on the reel again. And I was like, it doesn't make sense. So I was like, I just upgrade everything. So all at once, it was like I had to upgrade everything. So from everything I had, even from the Ryobi pressure washer that I had, like I just upgraded. I was like,
okay, so everything, because you actually have a Kranzel, and that one is self-primed, or it has a pump in there, so it draws the water out of the tank. So you don't.
Yeah, that'd be another hassle. Like getting a pump in here, I was like.
Yeah, so
I was done with pump because like it would struggle. Sometimes it would like be like really quick, and sometimes it would not. And it was like, I don't want to deal with this. No.
Yeah. Would you eventually get a bigger van, or what are the pros and cons of what you have right now?
Cons, the space.
Because you really gotta like, okay, this is exactly how it's gonna go in this exact manner.
Yeah, you had the space. Like things has to go a certain way in order to fit. Not exactly, but they have to do they have their own space. Because if you don't, it's like you have to. It won't fit, so you gotta go a certain fix. So I guess that's the only cons to it. The pros is just, it's small, it fits anywhere. You go through a drive-through.
Oh yeah, because those are the two things we can't do is we don't go into parking garages because our ProMaster does not fit, and then two, the height clearance might not be there, or it's just too narrow of a turn where we can't go through so we always have to park it, or like go back to the shop and send someone back to go get it, depending on like where we want to go and such. So that's a big drawback for you. Yeah, because for you work in apartments a lot, so you already knew from the very get-go like I still need to be able to go into these apartments.
Yeah, and like 9 times out of 10, I'm like at an apartment complex.
Yo, dang, that much?
Yeah. So because that's what it is.
Yeah, for us, we were at apartments as well, but it was an even mixture, so we were okay with like not going to apartments, or just like trying to figure out of like, okay, we can't go into an apartment, but like there's the empty parking lot over there. Can you bring it to the front? Can you whatever? So we kind of knew that was gonna happen. But for you knowing, you were like 95% all in the apartment, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So break down the water tank pressure washer setup. How does that all operate?
Okay, so it's on a platform. It's hooked up to the frame of the Transit. That's how I would have strapped down the tank because you don't want to move it around. Yeah. So that's how we strap it down. And then 1-inch tubing, like a T. I made a T like going like this because one of them it's just 1-inch tubing going both ways. Nothing special, nothing just, you can get like Ace Hardware or anything. And it's coming out of the tank. And then one of them one has a hose feeding the Kranzel. And that's how it gets the water. You don't need gravity for nothing. It does it by itself. And then the other line is just for water, just in case we need water, like for my extractor, the water, or like if the wheel bucket we need water, we can put water. But nothing's fancy schmancy, nothing like that. So it's just 1-inch tubing across like a T, or you can just directly hook it up. But I needed the extra water thing, so that's why I made that T going like this. So.
And for you, it's much easier too because you don't have to worry about the pump because the pump is inside the
pump is, the Kranzo, and there's like a pump. So every time I turn it on, it's self-primed, so whenever it does it, it pulls it out. And then the pump's not always running.
Unfortunately, the video cut off on the last portion, but it's a very simple setup because he has the Kranzo that has a pump in there. So you literally just connect it to the water tank and that's it. You don't have to worry about it being gravity fed or running a second pump because it already has a pump. So I'll end it right there. Again, if you have specific questions, leave them down below. Maybe Juan will go in there and answer your comments. This was actually like a 27-minute video, but I chopped it all the way down to like 14 minutes. That way it's not like too long. So anyways, I'll leave it right there. If you want to check out the 8 services you can offer guide, you can click the link down below, download it, put it to use, and I'll talk to you on the next one.